Once, in a small village nestled by a river, there lived a young fisherman named Michael. He lived a simple life, casting his net into the river each day and catching just enough fish to feed himself and his family. He had a small boat, a humble shack by the riverbank, and he was content with his life. But deep down, Michael often wondered, what if I had a bigger boat? What if I could catch more fish and sell them in the market? I could be wealthy, own a large house, and live like the merchants who come to buy my fish. One day, a traveler came to the village. The man was old and wise, with a long white beard and a kind smile. He had heard about Michael's fishing skills and stopped by the river to watch him work. After a while, the old man approached Michael and said, "I have a gift for you, young fisherman. I can offer you a way to fulfill your dreams." Michael looked up at the man, intrigued. "What do you mean? What kind of gift?" The traveler smiled. "I can grant you whatever you desire. You have been wishing for a larger boat, haven't you? A boat that will let you catch more fish, bring in more wealth." Michael was taken aback. "Yes, but I never thought someone could grant me such a wish." The old man nodded. "It is simple. Here's what I offer. You can walk in any direction from here, and all the land you cover will be yours. But there is a condition. You must return to this spot before sunset. If you fail to return in time, you will lose everything." Michael's heart raced with excitement. "I could claim so much land," he thought. "I could build a bigger house, a grander boat, and I would never have to worry again." Without another word, Michael set off. He began walking along the river, his eyes wide with ambition. As he walked, he considered how much land he could claim. "I can build a fish market here and a dock over there. And further down the river, I could have a beautiful garden. I'll have everything I need." The idea of all that land was intoxicating. The traveler's words echoed in Michael's mind. "You must return before sunset." But Michael thought, "I have so much time. There's no need to rush. The more land I cover, the better my future will be." He walked faster, his excitement growing with each step. He passed fields, forests, and hills. The more he walked, the more he imagined what he could build with the land. A grand house on a hill, overlooking the river, a vineyard next to it, a warehouse for my fish, a great place for my children to grow up in. He felt a sense of power and control, like he had never known. As the sun began to dip lower, Michael realized he had wandered far. His legs were tired, but he was too far from the river to turn back now. He pushed forward, telling himself, "Just a little further, and I'll have everything I've ever wanted." The sun continued to set, and Michael felt a growing sense of urgency. His pace quickened, but the land he had covered was vast. He had walked too far. The path back to the river seemed impossibly distant. He could feel the weight of the decision he had made pressing on him, but he kept running, hoping he could make it back in time. As the last rays of sunlight disappeared behind the hills, Michael stumbled back to the riverbank, gasping for breath. His legs gave out, and he collapsed, too exhausted to speak. He had not made it back before sunset. The old man was waiting for him, standing silently by the water. Michael looked up at him, tears in his eyes. I failed," he whispered. "I lost everything." The traveler nodded, his expression sad but understanding. "You had the chance to gain what you wanted, but your greed led you too far. You wanted more land, more wealth, but in the end, you lost what mattered the most: your time, your energy, your peace." Michael's heart sank as he realized the truth. In his pursuit of more, he had forgotten the very thing that had once made him happy. the simple, peaceful life by the river. He had traded his contentment for endless desire, and in doing so, he had lost everything that truly mattered. The old man spoke gently. True happiness doesn't come from accumulating more. It comes from being content with what you have and learning to appreciate the present moment. You had all you needed to live a fulfilling life, but in chasing after more, you lost sight of that. Michael nodded slowly, his eyes filled with regret. I see now. I wanted more, but I didn't realize that what I had was already enough. The old man smiled. Remember this lesson. Life is not about the endless pursuit of more. It is about balance, contentment, and being at peace with what you already have. Michael spent the rest of his days by the river, content with his small boat and the simple life he had once known. He never sought more than what he needed, and he lived a peaceful life, grateful for the lessons he had learned from his mistake. And so, the story of Michael teaches us all a valuable lesson. In the pursuit of more, we often lose sight of what we already have. True happiness comes from contentment and finding peace with what we have, rather than endlessly chasing after more. Friends, give a small like to our video because we have worked very hard to create it. And to watch more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon next to it. Let's get started.